Why was OBP the most important Moneyball baseball statistic? Imagine trying to win a game by only counting hits. It might seem logical, but it misses a lot of what actually helps teams score runs. That's where on-base percentage comes in. It measures how often a player reaches base safely through hits, walks, or being hit by a pitch. This number shows how good a player is at avoiding outs, which is the main goal in baseball. The more a player gets on base, the more chances they create for their team to score. Traditional stats like batting average only count hits, ignoring walks and hit by pitches. But players who walk a lot or get hit often can be just as valuable as those with high batting averages. Moneyball, a way of analyzing baseball using data, focused on base percentage because it gives a fuller picture of a player's offensive value. It shows how often a player can help keep the inning alive and set up scoring opportunities. Billy Beane, the Oakland Athletics general manager, used this idea to find undervalued players. These players might not hit many home runs or have high batting averages but get on base frequently. This strategy worked well for teams with smaller budgets because it focused on a skill that was overlooked by traditional scouting. Players with high on-base percentages contributed more consistently to scoring, making the team more competitive. Calculating on-base percentage involves adding hits, walks, and hit by pitches, then dividing by at-bats, walks, hit by pitches, and sacrifice flies. This formula captures all the ways a player can reach base safely, excluding things like sacrifice bunts or errors that don't reflect skill. It's a simple but powerful way to see how often a player can avoid making an out. While slugging percentage measures power hitting by counting total bases, on-base percentage is considered more important in Moneyball because it directly relates to creating scoring chances. Some studies suggest on-base percentage is about 3 times more predictive of run production than slugging percentage. That's why teams began valuing players who excelled at getting on base, even if they lacked traditional power. Focusing on base percentage changed how teams built their lineups. Instead of just chasing home runs or batting averages, they looked for players who could reliably reach base. This shift made teams more efficient at scoring runs and winning games. It also helped identify overlooked talent, especially players who might not look flashy but excel at a fundamental skill. In the end, on-base percentage became the core statistic because it measures a player's ability to avoid outs and keep the inning going. It's a simple idea that turned out to be one of the most reliable ways to evaluate offensive contribution. This approach connected past and present players by emphasizing a skill that's always been key to winning: getting on base.